Hello world and all you lovely people in it. Today I'm going to be unboxing a Beautylish delivery that I just got about an hour ago, and it is from their current promotion, which is if you spend, I think it's $100 off, you get a $20 store credit for things to come. They get me with that a lot. Beautylish has a lot of things that I like, that I'm interested in. And then I think what I'm doing now is I'm just going to stay away from that site unless I'm doing kind of this or using my store credit, because it's a dangerous place. So let's get started because I'm super excited. If at any given point my tripod might just down, I think I broke it at some point and it's acting crazy. This is what happens whenever I try to not shoot things one-handed with my phone in my hand and act somewhat professional or helpful to my viewers, and I break things. So dun da da da, here's what we got. So let me try to scoot it back a little bit but still let you see in the box. So this looks like maybe a free sample. Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus. Oh wait, did I? Beauty Glow Primer. Okay, if this is a face primer, then no, I definitely didn't buy this for a second. I was like, if it's eye primer, maybe, but no. I haven't actually tried this before, or this might have been something that maybe I put as a freebie with my next order, potentially, because I know I've wanted to try this, or it's just super good luck, so yay, there's that. Use that with my other Charlotte stuff. I did get some Good Molecules facial cleansing mitts. These are, as it says, soft fiber cleansing mitt to gently remove makeup with or without a cleanser. I guess it's kind of like a, like one of those makeup. Holy crap, you know what I'm talking about, the damn makeup things. What are they? Makeup erasers? Wow. I have a 3-pack of these that I got that are white. They had some purple ones. I figured I'd try those. I'll see if they do any kind of stainage, but I doubt it. I'm sure someone has bothered to rub them on their face or wash them already and test to see if they stained. Here's hoping. But I actually really like these, and I've lost at least two of them because I have one left of the 3, and that's not enough because I just don't like to reuse them more than once or twice unless I have cleaned them out real good. It depends on what I've done with them, honestly, but these are really cool, and I obviously like to touch them continuously because here I go, a little bit like socks. I could stick my feet in these suckers. Don't look at the bottom of my socks. And you indeed could also wear these as toe warmers. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got, oh God, it's gonna get serious real fast. Okay, that was my one joke item. Now it's gonna get serious. Okay, these are gonna be brushes, and they are okay. So this is the Yano Series by Beautylish. This is their eye brush set. It was expensive. I think it was like $160. That's nothing compared to their face set, though. I believe Chikuhodo, I know how to say that. I always want to call it Chikihodo. There must be something in my life that has like Chiki, like chiclets or Chicka sticks, maybe. Chikuhodo. Although I'm not a nun either, and I'm not known for my appropriate pronunciations. So back to the MF and subject. Peps on the set. And you almost got a full-on Shoop rendition. And now I'm not going to be able to stop thinking of that song in my head long enough to actually talk to you about what it is I'm holding in my hand. This is the Yano Series Eye Brush Set by Beautylish. We have, let's look at these numbers, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could have at least been opening them while I was jabber-jawing, as it were. Be very careful because I believe, Chikuhodo makes the Beautylish brushes, as I was saying. That's one of like the best brush brands in the entire world. And Fude is a thing. Be careful, Fude. If you Google that in the makeup context, again, it gets real serious real quick. So this is 9. I believe that these are a blend of squirrel and goat hair. These are cool. Look at the ends, which is going to be really neat for testing out makeup application. I don't think I have a squirrel and goat hair blend currently, so I was excited to try that out. And because I know that Beautylish often puts out really good brushes that I strongly regret not purchasing. Here the ox and that damn dog kabuki brush. Here I go. So this is 9. This looks like kind of a flat shader brush. Their true shape will emerge after you gently wash them with appropriate soap, but you can tell that the ferrule is pinched, and so this is going to be more of a kind of flat shader brush, and it's going to be shadier though rather than flat application because it's longer and a little bit thicker. This is awesome. Let me put it down carefully over here. You do not want to just throw these suckers around. You don't want them to rub against each other. So I'll have to post a picture probably of all this stuff, but I'll go ahead and try to quickly open these brushes without getting them stuck on anything. This one's cool. This one's cool. So this is brush 6. This is a really long pointy guy, but it's kind of like, I don't know if y'all can see how it's tapered on just one side. I think just one side, or is it, no, it's not fluffed. Maybe it's both sides. It definitely seems to lean towards one side with its taper, which is really going to geek me out if it does. It's going to be in an amazing way, but I'm thinking it's just kind of how it was squished in the box, and it's a false alarm. Well, you know, this thing is shaped this way, and I have a face brush in here that it is too. So, anyway, but still, this is going to be just amazing. Oh my God. This is undyed because, nope, that's not true. White is undyed. This is dyed because, hold on. Squirrel hair is dark, which means it's undyed. So squirrel hair is, you know what, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. All of those facts just flew out of my head. I could have talked to you about this for about an hour earlier. White should be undyed. Undyed goat hair is white. There we go. Undyed squirrel hair would be not white because squirrels aren't white unless it's a white squirrel, but they don't have those in brushes that I'm aware of. So I don't really know if this is dyed or not dyed, but if it has goat hair in it and it's dark and goats have white hair, I don't think that they have dark goat brushes. I'm doubting literally everything about life right now for some reason. Okay, moving on. Here is brush 8. This looks like it's going to be a thinner. I would wish that the opening for these were on the bottom so that I didn't. I mean, maybe it wants it so you don't grab it by the fibers, but I don't love pushing the fibers out and getting them close to that sticky and then having to grab it. I don't really love this. I sort of wish they were this way. So this is brush number 8. This is a gorgeous shader brush. This will probably be a little bit, it's going to be definitely softer than any kind of synthetic brush for like eye brushes and stuff. It is going to be softer than traditional goat brushes, but it is going to be a little bit firmer than squirrel blending brushes because again, it is a blend, but that then is supposed to kind of give you this ideal pickup but light blend sort of technique, because squirrel being so soft, better at blending, not so much pickup. Goat pickup, not as much blending, although that's kind of it, right? They're still going to blow your freaking mind compared to some of the other, you know, brushes we're traditionally used to get to regardless, but squirrel, it just becomes on another level. So if you're comparing the two, then goat doesn't blend as well as squirrel. If you are comparing it to almost every other brush in the entire world, then you are going to see a noticeable difference. So we have brush 7. This is a nice long pointy guy. Oh my God, it actually got stuck that time. Ooh, let's compare. Actually, I probably should have been doing this the whole time. Let's just hold them in the hands so you see everything. And then, so this is the one I just opened. So it is another tapered blending brush, but not as large or as long as its brother, which, you know, 6, 8, 7. So 7 is smaller, and there were 3 jokes in that all in one. My first inclination was totally to make a dick joke. And then my second was 7, 8, 9, like why I was 6 afraid of 7, because 7, 8, 9. But 6 is the larger brush. So otherwise, why would it be? And then we have, oh, and then it was actually trying to tell you what number the brushes were. So joke's gone wild, kids. Brush 10. Ooh, this is like a long, pointy kind of pencil brush. This one's going to be fun. It's definitely still round ferrule. Oh, here you go. You can kind of see the ferrule shapes. There those are. This is the Yano Series by Beautylish. Incredibly excited. They are probably made by Chikuhodo. Let's see. We got some more brushes here. Then we do eyeshadows. So let's mix it up a little bit and go ahead and get into some of this eyeshadow then. And then we'll have more brushes in a minute. Although I probably should have. If you're here for one thing or another, maybe this is annoying, but I've already said that's what I'm going to do, so it's too bad. African Violet. This is my very first Tom Ford quad, and you are sharing it with me. They are $88, 20-ish% back in credit. $16.72 is about how much then. Again, it wasn't a discount, it was a credit, so I still paid it. You know what I'm saying? But I am taking advantage of all the sales on the ones of these that I want. Should have only bought one, ordered 5 from here and there, as I picked out the palettes that I wanted the most and picked out the place where I was going to get the best deal on them. Best deal in heavy bolded flashing quotation marks, right? Okay. Oh, this is Luxury of the Luxe. I firmly blame Kelsey Brianna J, Mel Thompson, and Kinky Sweat for this, and now Michelle getting into her too. But already, you know, fingerprints on it. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm wearing white gloves from now on when I open this. I'm afraid to open it. I'm like, I'm just talking about, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. So it is really hard, in my opinion, to tell what Tom Ford stuff is going to look like based on what you see it on the internet. Maybe they figure if it's like prices, if you have to ask, then you can't afford it. So they do. It does come with brushes. I will give those a good college try and see what we think. But they come in this kind of little plastic cover. I don't know if I guess they want to keep the brushes separate. I almost wish the plastic cover covered everything rather than the other way around, but hell, what do I know? I'm sure other people. It says Tom Ford on the mirror, and this is African Violet. I am not ready to swatch it yet. You're just going to have to wait. I think I'm going to end up using one of these today. I wore pink for a Natasha Denona Joya palette, which is like a really old school holiday palette, but having just got these. So this is definitely African Violet, is one of the more wilder looking. I have to be honest with you, I expected that orange to be a lot brighter, but I haven't put it on yet. I haven't swatched it yet, but just based on the pictures I saw, but it is still quite pretty, and from what I can tell, it's one of his poppier palettes. I have heard a couple people say, you know, don't get disappointed. It's more of a, so it's luxury brand, particularly with as women mature and perhaps they get in the place where they can, you know, afford to have less products that are nicer, but they want it to be very forgiving on their eyes and their face. I get it. Like, I get it. That's when people start buying Chanel and Dior, which I've not done yet. I've drooled over a couple of Dior quads. Not gonna do it because I hear that I might not love the quality compared to some of these other things. Like, truly, I could pull out a Glam Light palette that blows my mind still right now, but I am starting to realize that my eyelids just ain't what they used to be, and my forehead doesn't look like all the girls on the Instagram. So second one from Beautylish, this is Desert Fox. I haven't heard as much about this one in terms of, well, I've watched lots of rankings and stuff, but this one is fairly new, but I fell in love with it and felt like I had to have it because I watched a Mel Thompson video. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's my bag? Okay. They come with a dust cover. Okay, then. This is like a clutch. This is clutch. Okay, back. Mel Thompson video. And I immediately, as soon as she came on the screen, I was like, oh my God, what's on her eyes? And come to find out afterwards, it's I actually had to look in the description because I don't think she was talking about it. I had to look it up, and she did another video, and it was Desert Fox, and I was okay. Here it is. I was between this and Leopard Sun, but again, I just saw this on her eyes and was like, this is really pretty. So again, they look kind of simple, but my understanding is I think these might be the wet dry formulas. I also tried to focus on ones that were wet dry. I actually am not 100% sure on this one because it's new, but or on either of them, honestly. Some of the ones I know were definitely wet dry, and that's why they were some of their favorite. You probably can see yourselves constantly in that. Sorry about that if so. Again, you can see a little bit of fingerprints here. That's going to drive me mad. That's probably why they give you like a Tiffany's dust bag. Very pretty. Not going to swatch them yet. You're going to have to wait. Put that back together in a minute. Okay. Now we're back to brushes. Still getting real serious. I think it's getting more serious as we go in, though. This is the serious pile. Maybe I should... Let's check these out first. I'm guessing that is because it's bigger, but I don't know if that's true. Oh, this one's a good one. Okay, so this is Wayne Goss brushes, another Fude. I have found that, and I've heard reviewers, you know, Chikuhodo, I do have some of their blending brushes, their eye brushes, but most of my eye brushes are actually Rephr and Sonia G, but I picked up Wayne Goss's eye set because it was on sale, and then his brow set, and I have found that I've been reaching for his blending brushes like a lot. Even over some of the Sonia G ones, and it depends kind of on the sizes, but I've just found that it's like when I've been going to put on base shades or transition shades, or like this, just, I don't know, here's the shape I want, and it's turned out to be a Wayne Goss brush, and so that's been interesting. I don't have like any of his like building brushes or anything like that. So like definer brushes or anything. I have, again, his brow brushes, and I really like those. I use his eyelash brush every single day for my brows and my eyelashes. I bought another one because I use them so much every single day. I haven't got a synthetic one. My eyes are crazy sensitive, so I recommend Wayne. Actually, while we're talking about him, I know what's in here, so I'm going to open this one. These should be my very first Wayne Goss face brushes. And this is the one that I think Pinky Sweat recommended, plus they, in my opinion, oh my god, they're just, oh, I actually just got chills all over my body. I'm just hands down beautiful. I'm actually checking up a little bit. I can't even believe this is happening. These actually look like classic calligraphy brushes, which is what Fude is. They were the, you know, the Japanese lettering and stuff in the calligraphy. I'm gonna have to show these to my mother. My mom has always collected kind of the Eastern Asian kind of items, and particularly from like Japan and whatnot. And I've been giving her a couple of sorry, I just had a little emotion spill out. That was a pleasure. Rubbing the brush. Okay, finish story about my mother. She likes this shit. She likes Japanese shit. I gave her some IT Cosmetics stuff, and she's like, oh, this is the makeup I use, which was awesome. Some face things, also, again, for kind of maturing skin. My mom looks great. She used to be a model, but, you know, we all get older. And then just Japanese brushes, because I knew she would love them, and the artistry, and because she has the lettering hanging on her walls, and so that's what they would use to do that, and this is what you use to paint your face. And this is exquisite. I'm gonna look up what they're made of. I can't because I'm filming on my phone right now, actually, but I'd imagine they're wood, but honestly they sound like plastic. I thought the most Fude, like even like this, is actually wood to start with, and it's coated. I know that that is the case with like Chikuhodo and Sonia G. I'd imagine it's the same with Wayne. I mean, you can actually see grain. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm maybe real disappointed if these are plastic and that's fake wood grain. Comparatively speaking, that will not diminish the fact that these are exquisitely beautiful brushes. But I really want that to be wood, so I'm gonna go look that up. Yeah, so I got the face set. Oh, and look, it's got little hooks. I don't know if I would ever hang that on something, but it's a nice thought. I mean, that might be kind of, I'd imagine they, you know, you hang your calligraphy brushes, and I won't be doing that with this makeup brush on my dirty ass walls, but this one's really cool. This is similar to, I I can't remember how to pronounce it. It starts with an O, like an OK something. Sonia G brush. Maybe it's ONI. Anyways, it has a K and an O in it, and some I's and U's. And it has been sold out forever. And it's kind of like this, but maybe bigger, but in terms of the shape. And so sweating this hard love. Okay, that was about a 1 minute introduction to that brush. Y'all are just gonna have to hang in there. You know that I have about 50 hours of unfilmed stuff over the past probably year and a half, and I've been too chicken to put it on YouTube, even though that was the #1 advice that I got, lesson learned from YouTubers when I watch videos. The #1 thing is don't delay, do it now. And that's exactly what I've done, because I couldn't edit right, or well, now my phone is full. Oh, I had to get a laptop and a camera, and it's like I'm very go big or go home. But I'm going to be going home, and I am home right now, surrounded by all of these things, and I need to start making it worthwhile that I gassed up, as it were, to try to, you know, be ready for doing this, which was initially just kind of a hobby, but it's more like welcome to my midlife crisis, and now I'm on a tangent. This is a smaller, pointier version. Super excited about this one. This does look like a paintbrush. My husband needs a paintbrush to paint the front porch, and he asked, did I have any, like, this would literally be perfect for what he needs to do, and there's just no way, but that's just ironic to me. And here is our last Wayne Goss. I think is it called the it's the artist collection, I believe is what it's called, which makes perfect sense, particularly because I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do in a second, and you're gonna have to wait for me because it's gonna be worth it. And here is the third one. These do look like brushes. Okay, hold on. Just you admire those brushes in that bag for a second. And then I'm going to get this thing. And I actually have the pro palette of this in a box over there that I need to open, that I've had for 5 months. It's a shame. It's just unforgivable. Okay, so this is the Glam Light paint palette. I mean, it's just one of the most amazing makeup. It really is. I call it iconic. This is what made me find this brand. This is beautiful, and I got it for like my daughter, and then I had to have my own. I have been swatching these colors, and I started swatching like every color in the Glam Light family that was similar, and then it got out of control, and I stopped and said I need to do a video on that, so if you're interested. But the point is, paintbrush palette. Look at, I mean, right? You sticky stuff. So this is the little kind of paintbrush thing that it came with, which is obviously it's not quite the same thing, and it's losing some furs, and I don't intend to use it as decorative. I probably should have given it a try, but this is actually more of what I would consider a concealer brush, but I could kind of see how this would do some things with your eyes. Anyway, obvious. So put that back, but I just thought that was kind of cool. Paintbrushes, it's paint palette. I'm gonna have to take some pictures along those lines. Wayne Goss artist collection, and this is the last item that I got. This is from the Yano series by Beautylish, but this is from their face sets. I don't know if you saw that the whole time, sorry. There are maybe 4 or 5 brushes in their face set. I don't remember. It's crazy expensive, hundreds of dollars, I think, but I'm not saying it's not worth it. I couldn't go there today. And this was the one I was intrigued about. And I did Kinky Sweat has a great demo of all of these brushes on her channel, and that is where I saw these demoed, and probably the only place I watched. And I love her, but again, FOMO on the Beautylish brushes. Weren't going to let them go by me again. This one is cool. It's like a face, right? But it's like a tappy guy, and I know it puffs out pretty nicely. I think this is the medium face brush that I got. There was kind of a larger one, but this to me was a different shape than what I have, and it still is in actuality. Having kind of like this flat thing, I wouldn't be using this with cream because it is a well, again, if it's squirrel and goat, I'm not entirely sure that it's dyed, but I think that it probably is dyed goat hair, which means the squirrel dye being the squirrel hair being the same color. It's probably all, you know, dyed together. But anyway, you don't want to use this with cream products, then your dyed things. It will destroy your brush. So this is going to be a powder guy. I'm petting it like it's my pet. Maybe one day when my dog dies, I will make brushes out of her. And I actually made that joke the other day because I love her fur so much. It's not long enough. I could make little eye brushes out of her. Luna. There it is. That's the Beautylish haul. We got our Tom Ford quads and all of our gorgeous brushes. And then, of course, our paper and plastic. And then Good Molecules mitts. So... bye guys, see you later.